Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Thursday. It is November the 12th, and today is National French Dip Day. And I really like French dips.
So do our kids.
They're really good. That's good stuff. National Pizza with the Works except Anchovies Day, which is...
And pineapple.
No, it's not part of the day. And National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day.
Okay.
And that's a great book series. And I
Yeah,
had a
you
chance
like
to visit with the creator of that. Super nice dude. Now, usually at this time on this day each week on Thursdays, we do a Dear John letter. We talk about what our dear. It's not this time. It's later in the show, but. We don't have one this week. It's not because we don't have any Dear John letters. I actually have a couple, and we're going to respond to those. So submit yours for next week. But Brad Williams is a comedian that we were going to have on the show tomorrow because he's got a special coming out on Saturday. Well, I was able to line up Jason from Friday the 13th for
How cool
Friday
is
the 13th.
that? I love
So I
those
just said, you know what,
movies.
we'll adjust. We'll put you on Thursday if that'll work. So we're going to have an interview today. Brad Williams, that's coming up in just a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new wave of coronavirus pandemic is forcing many countries in Europe to restart their lockdown orders. Researchers in Italy have found more people are being diagnosed with sexually transmitted diseases, though, during the lockdown than ever before. So apparently they're finding something to do while they're, and then a concerning study by a team of researchers in Boston found that 1 in 5 grocery store employees there have tested positive for COVID-19.
Okay.
So they are definitely the frontline workers where they're still working and every person through society is going through to grab stuff. So anyway, that's a concerning study out of Boston. I've got a link to both of those, by the way, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Each day at this time, we talk about somebody who does something maybe silly under the influence, but I want to make sure you know addiction is no laughing matter. Again, our friends at timeforrehab.com bring this our way. Police in Poland stopped a guy on suspicion of speeding. The man, who appeared to be drunk, was arrested and taken to the police station. When cops printed out the results of his breathalyzer, it showed that he had a blood alcohol level well above the legal limit. But he grabbed the paper from their hand and tried to eat it. He was thinking, without that evidence, I'm going to get away scot-free.
Oh, my.
No, that's not how it works. They just printed another page. So I don't know. I don't think he was thinking that one through very well. But you know what? I might have said this once or twice before. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed that a positive COVID-19 test has shut down production of Olivia Wilde's new film, Don't Worry, Darling. New Line is a studio behind the feature. They halted the filming after a member of the production team tested positive following a required and ongoing set of testing. So I guess there's rigorous testing right now for them to even make films, everybody that's on the set, all the things. And that makes sense, I suppose. Warner Brothers has apologized for a character's depiction in an HBO Max movie called The Witches after backlash from people with disabilities. Now, I don't know anything about this movie.
I don't either. I haven't seen it.
It's called The Witches. And I guess activists targeted the film, directed by Oscar winner Robert Zemeckis, who I've always really liked. Robert Zemeckis, Back to the Future and many, many others.
Yep.
But they said for playing up a, quote, split hand, end quote, on the Grand High Witch character played by Anne Hathaway. So I don't know what they were doing.
Hand.
I don't know.
have no idea.
I have no idea. Anyway, that's in the news. That's Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day, it comes your way, courtesy of TimeForRehab.com. I got to tell you something here. I try to avoid politics and I try to avoid sports on this program. I avoid sports because we know nothing about sports, and I avoid politics because I don't want to just upset people. Yeah, so, but I'll tell you what.
It's getting hard to find stuff to talk about. And we don't want to talk about COVID because it's depressing.
Yeah,
and
it's like, what are we going to talk about on here anymore? So a French bulldog named Wilbur has been elected mayor in the town of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. So we're talking politics, but it's not because of politics. A French bulldog was elected mayor. So that's kind of interesting.
It must be a really tiny town.
I'm not sure. It doesn't say in here, but it should. A Playboy model traveling with her 7-year-old son said she was, quote, humiliated and embarrassed, end quote, by a Southwest Airlines flight attendant who told her she could not fly while wearing her low-cut leopard print top. Apparently, Southwest Airlines has a dress code. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So I have flown before. Maybe, have we flown on Southwest? Hasn't been for a while, has it?
It's been years.
So I better be careful because when we travel, I like to dress goofy, never like provocative by any means. Excuse me, sir.
Low-cut shirts.
Yeah, you're going to have to change.
You're going to take off your low-cut leopard shirt, sir.
I do not wear a low-cut leopard shirt. But I dress like a clown. I dress really goofy on purpose. And it brightens people's day when they're sitting in the airport. And I always wear a shirt with Heidi's photo on it. So she can't even pretend like she's not with me. So it's just my own little fun. In light of the pandemic, grocery stores have increased their cleaning and disinfecting measures. But how well is that working? In Toronto, Canada, 24 grocery stores had high-touch surfaces swabbed. Unsurprisingly, the surface with the most bacteria was the pin pad, right where we check out.
We talked about that the other day.
The surface with the second highest bacteria count, the shopping basket handle. Tied for third place was the freezer door handle and the front of the shopping cart. And fourth was the baby seat in the shopping cart. The cleanest spot, by the way, was the shopping cart handle. I thought they just said, basket handle. The shopping basket. So a little basket.
Cart handle. Because they wipe those down.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably because they regularly clean those.
Yeah.
Stores are also providing wipes, so customers can also clean them. But here's the thing. You could wipe down anything you want when you've got one of those wipes. And if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, Heidi, what would it be?
French fries.
Well, according to this, we're polarized on this as well. So it says pizza is the single food most people would want to eat for the rest of their lives, followed closely by steak, and then tacos, then pasta, then hamburgers. So there you go.
I could live on just French fries and garlic bread if it wouldn't make me gain weight.
Well,
I would be a very happy, chubby little girl.
You just said it wouldn't make you gain weight. All right, thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday. Typically at this time we have a Dear John letter, but I'm going to hold that till next week because tomorrow is Friday the 13th and we've got a guy who played Jason Voorhees on the show. And I've got this very funny comedian for a comedy call. I didn't know where else to put it since the big special is coming up this weekend. So we have Brad Williams joining us right now. First of all, thanks for joining us. I'm excited to chat with you. Tell me a little bit about what you have going on this weekend.
Absolutely. Now, we all know it's the time of COVID, and the rules are changing, things are happening, we got to stay safe, we got to, we can't go to too many Sturgis rallies. So what we're doing is that we're doing a live virtual stand-up comedy show this Saturday. You can go to rushtix.com, RUSHTIX.com, and I'm going to be doing stand-up live from my house. You can watch me safely in your jams, or, I don't know, I can't really see you, so wear less. I don't care. I won't judge you. And you can watch a live comedy show, and you can interact with me during the comedy show. I will hear you. I will hear your laughter. It's gonna be a great time.
Now, I was wondering about that. So you will actually hear people laughing. That's cool.
Yeah, they let in a certain number of VIPs whose mics will be turned on, so I will hear laughter. It won't be the cheesy sitcom laugh track that you hear. It will be genuine laughs. And so we're going to make this as close to a live comedy show as we can. I've done a few of these before. I've watched a few of these, and it's really a fun experience. Obviously, it's not a live show the way we remember live shows, but if live stand-up comedy is the heroine, virtual comedy shows are the methadone. It's just enough to get you by.
There you go. And the cool thing about this is now more than ever, people do need to laugh, don't they?
Absolutely. And I will tell the people that if you're worried that, this guy's just going to talk about the election and I'm done with that, good. So am I. I am not going to be doing any jokes about politics during the show. And the main reason that I don't talk about politics during my show is because I'm not what's the word? I'm not smart. So I just want an opportunity for everyone to come together, no matter who you voted for, sit down, have a cocktail, or don't, whatever you want, and enjoy live stand-up comedy.
Now, when it comes to comedy, you know what you're doing. You had a special fun size. It was the #1 rated comedy special of 2015 on Showtime. That's got to feel pretty cool.
It is. It's very cool. I'm pretty sure it only happened because people saw that a dwarf was going to be on Showtime. They thought it was going to be one of those skin flicks. That's probably why I got so many people watching it, but hopefully they stayed for their live stand-up comedy, and they got that, and I released another special a year after that, and things have been going really good ever since. And if you watch those two specials and you enjoyed those two specials, and you're like, well, Brad, I've seen those two. Why would I watch you this weekend? Don't worry, all new material. You're not going to hear any of the material from the specials, but Rush Tix does have a tipping function, so if you tip big enough, heck, I'll do some old jokes. I don't care. They have a tipping function, so at some point, I'll probably just turn into a cam girl, and you can tip, and I'll do weird stuff.
The program that's coming up, you just said it's all new material. How hard is it for you to come up with new material? Is it pretty difficult?
Well, I just became a new father, so not difficult at all. So the material is running rampant. I got a 10-month-old daughter. She was born right before everything locked down, so I've had this time to be with her, and it's been a weird blessing in disguise, but I've got to experience all the things that have been happening. She said her first word last week. She said dad, which was amazing, which was so great. She can't say mom yet. She has trouble with the M's, so when she tries to say mom, it comes out Bob. So my wife and I get my daughter in the morning. She smiles, she laughs, and she says, Dada, Bob. It's awesome. It's great. So now me and my wife are it's Brad and Bob, and we are raising a wonderful child together. #love is love.
That's fantastic. I'm going to make it really easy for people to find the information about this weekend. I'll throw a link to that in the show notes. Thanks for taking the time to chat, Brad.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to seeing good people in the virtual audience of my comedy show this weekend.
That sounds awesome. Again, our guest, Brad Williams. I've got a link to all the info in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Americans waste how many hours a year looking for parking spaces, if you were going to guess?
Oh, a year?
How many hours a
I don't
year?
know. 5.
No, 17.
Really?
Not me. You know what I do? I just drive a little further, and I park a little further, and I walk a little more. And here's the thing. In all fairness, I hardly ever park anywhere because I drop Heidi right at the door.
Right.
And then I just go hang in the car, and I'm like, no, you just text me when you're done. You're like,
Right.
you don't want to come in? I'm like, yeah, no, I really
Never
don't.
wants to go in.
But you can come in and shop with me. I'm like, nah, I'd rather not. I'd kind of like to stay out here. Because I don't have 17 hours a year to look for parking.
No. Instead, you spend
reason.
800 hours a year looking on your phone.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. This is today's fun fact. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Peru. Machu Picchu. That's Peru's top tourist
Bless you.
destination. Bless you. They welcomed visitors back last weekend after being closed for nearly 8 months because of COVID. So Machu Picchu is now reopened, so you can go there. Now, if you want to just not go to Peru, you have to come up with other reasons. Oh, I'm not going. Well, Machu Picchu's closed, so... So now we got to go back to all of our other reasons that we don't go to Peru. I would kind of like to see that. Would you like to see Machu Picchu?
I would like to see most of the world, actually.
Yeah, we
so.
should just get out and check it out sometime. I don't know. What are we doing tonight? Just kidding. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A man is facing a felony charge after allegedly threatening a truck driver with a firearm last week. It occurred at 8:15, Friday, October the 30th, so I guess 2 weeks ago maybe. Glen Ellen Police Department, Illinois, say Christopher Davis allegedly pointed a gun at a truck driver. By the time officers responded to the scene, Davis had fled to an apartment building. It was evacuated, and a nearby school was placed on lockdown. Police were able to take him into custody without any further incident by 11:15 in the morning. Officers say that they were able to recover the gun that was pointed at the truck driver. He was charged with a misdemeanor aggravated assault charge and a felony count of unlawful use of a weapon. Here's my question. Why did he point a gun at a truck driver?
Who knows?
Does that make any sense?
Not to me.
If you were typing this story, wouldn't you put that in there?
I sure as heck would.
I would too. So I don't know. Maybe they don't know why he was doing it. Either way, it is today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Several people shared this on Facebook, and I was trying to decide if I even wanted to talk about it. But I think we've got a PC, very polite, family-friendly way to talk about it.
Okay, this should be good.
I'm just not going to say what they said. But WNEM, a CBS affiliate in Bay City, Saginaw, Flint, Michigan, did a little story back at the end of October about the turning back your clocks,
Sure.
the daylight savings time. So
Yeah.
So they had a
I
graphic
saw this.
that was supposed to say, turn your clocks back 1 hour, but they forgot the L
Yes,
in the word,
they did.
in the word clocks, and it made a whole completely different sentence that actually made the internet laugh because it got posted on Facebook. A viewer snapped a
You know
photo.
what? We have to laugh
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's...
But a viewer spotted it. They snapped a photo. They posted it online, and it circulated. It went viral like instantly.
Right.
But in a Facebook post, the station said, "We regret the unfortunate typo in a spot for changing your clocks this weekend. We've taken steps to address it, accompanied by a different graphic with it spelled properly." So there you go. It could have been our weird news, but I thought that was probably better. Use spell check next time, or at least read it first. It's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's see how I can get her. How about this one? Fake news or Florida? A Florida man was arrested for attacking a mechanic with a golf club because he was fixing his car too slowly. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
It's a true story.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. I remember reading that. I thought maybe by
I'd
now
forget.
you might have forgotten that because you don't really listen to me. All right. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And this, by the way, I got to say, this is my favorite segment of the entire program because it's always something positive, uplifting, and just kind of a fun thing. And I love a story like this one right here. I think this is just such a cool story. Here's a headline. 10-year-old donates 619 toys to Children's Hospital. Now he's donating 100,000 meals to the needy. He's 10.
Wow.
He lives in North Texas, and he's on a mission to spread kindness. It all started in July. Orion Jean was selected as the National Kindness Speech Contest winner. Upon winning, he decided he wanted to create his own Race to Kindness event to help spread kindness around the world. He said, a couple of months ago, my parents entered me in a National Kindness Speech Contest hosted by Mr. Bradwilliams, the founder of Think Kindness. I entered it thinking nothing is going to come of it. Well, he said, I was paired with a speech coach, and they would help me improve my speech, and my speech was good enough, and I won. People all over America helped vote. Everybody saw the message and voted for me. I was gifted with a cash prize to do my very own kindness project, and I decided there's so many people around the world who could be helped by this project, so I decided to start a series of events called The Race to Kindness. His first event was a race to 500 toys. September 13th, he donated 619 toys to Children's Health in Dallas. He ended up beating his goal. Then, his race to kindness, it's not over. He's got a new one to feed 100,000 meals. He wants to partner with Feed the City to donate at least 100,000 meals for people in need by Thanksgiving. So he's working on that right now, and he's doing really, really well. And if you would like to find this story, I've got a link to it in the show notes for today. It's a great story. Love it, love it, love it. You'll find it at the bottom of the page in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.